Right folks, welcome back to another honest and brutal food review. We've got something a little bit different today, something that's caused quite a bit of stir on social media, and we're going to test them. But before we do, please drop us a like, drop us a follow, subscribe to our channel. We've got daily videos dropping on all our food reviews, so keep your eyes peeled for some more brutal and honest reviews. Without further ado, what have we got today? It's these. Doesn't look like much, does it? But these are the Tesco's £3 sandwich kits. Here they are. So there's 3 different sandwich kits you can get. You can get them a bit cheaper with a club card, but basically they come with the meats, the cheese and a bit of sauce, but no bread. So not quite a full sandwich kit, but we've got some bread to test them out with as well. Shall we check out what we've got? Wiltshire cured ham and Barber's mature cheddar cheese sandwich kit. This contains applewood smoked ham, mature cheddar cheese, red onion chutney, and Dijon mustard dressing. Just add bread. Next up, chicken and bacon Caesar. This one contains chicken breast slices, smoked bacon, Parmigiano Reggiano, and Caesar dressing. No bread. Lastly, we've got salt beef, brisket, and Emmental sandwich kit. We've got Emmental cheese, brisket, gherkin relish, and American style mustard dressing. Now, they look pretty decent on the front. It gives you instructions on the back of how to make a sandwich. Yeah, I know. So this one, for example, spread the mustard dressing on the bread, add the beef, then add the cheese. We recommend heating it for extra flavour, wrap in foil and place on a baking tray in an oven. Remove the foil and rest 1 minute. This one's here saying layer up, make it a double one, etc. They want a ciabatta roll. We haven't got ciabatta rolls, we've got some nice bread instead. And then this one needs heating up as well. But let's open them up, let's get prepping them up, and let's get tasting. Let's have a little look at the cured ham and mature cheddar one. Here we go. So, a little pack of relish there. Your mustard, 3 slices of cheese, and I would say 2 slices of ham in there. Seems a little bit low for the price that you're paying, but there you go. Then we're on to the chicken and bacon Caesar. There's your 3 slices of chicken there. Caesar sauce. That bacon. Looks a little grim, I'll be honest with you. And then your pack of the kind of shaved Parmesan there. So yeah, there you go. And finally the salt beef brisket and Emmental. Let's have a look there. 3 bits of the cheese again, the pickle relish. 1, 2, 3 bits of the kind of salt beef. Very thinly sliced there, and a lot of mustard. The sauce to filling ratio is on these is a bit OTT, isn't it? But there you go. Right, let's get them made up and tasted. Okay, first up, we've gone for the chicken Caesar. It's a triple decker one that they recommend you to do in the instructions. Have a look inside there. What's really annoying as well is on the back of the instructions, it does turn around and say, get some romaine lettuce as well. So if you're going to make this, I didn't get any romaine lettuce and read the back of the instructions. It's a bloody sandwich kit. I should know how to make a sandwich, but don't say anything, you lot. But that means you've got to get the bread and the lettuce on top of the £3 you spent on the sandwich anyway. Don't quite understand why they've done triple decker on this one. They probably could have made it into 2 sandwiches. It just make a bit more sense. There's loads of sauce left over. But let's give this a taste. First up, Caesar sauce, very nice, got a good flavour to it. Parmesan shavings really work on it, of course, who doesn't love cheese? Chicken's far too thin, you're not getting much of that one. To be honest with it, it's like a deli sliced chicken rather than kind of chicken breast pieces, which would be a lot better. It's really thinly sliced. The bacon, what a waste of time the bacon is in there. Not tasting anything at all, there's nowhere near enough on it. In fact, you've got to get some extra bits, including lettuce and bread in that one. I just think, be honest with you, they're taking the mick a little bit on this one. Absolutely. Okay, this one's gonna get a 4 out of 10. Here we go. Right, we've moved on to the salt beef and the Emmental, which has been popped into the oven to melt down as recommended on the pack as well. And I will say is one thing that's missing from these at the moment is kind of a little bit of like lettuce and salad, as we said with the other one you're supposed to, but obviously you can't warm them up. But here we go, let's give it a try. Combinations of the flavours work really well. Mustard, pickles, sorry, the gherkin relish on there, great. All they've done is just overpower the salt beef flavour in there and the cheese. The cheese is just not enough. Got to be more in there, melted through, always makes a difference. But yeah, it's just kind of like, because the pickle is so strong in flavour. I like it, but you're not getting much else in there at all. And there was still some of that pickle left over before we finished the sandwich. Look, maybe it might be better on a bigger kind of toasted bread, spread out a bit more thinly, but even then the salt beef and the cheese get spread really thinly. Yeah, I'm not feeling the hype on these ones at all. I'm gonna give this one a 5 out of 10. Okay, and lastly, here we go, the ham, cheese and pickle, because that's what it is. Ham and cheese with a bit of pickle and mustard on there. Again, put it in for the certain amount of time they've asked you to. Probably could have done with a bit longer, but we'll always follow the instructions, that's what we do. Okie dokie. Let's give it a go. Let's see if this is one of the Tesco's finest, best ham and cheese sandwiches around. I mean, for a ham and cheese sandwich with pickle and mustard on, it's all right. For £3, when you can pick one of these up in the meal deal, probably some lettuce on there, 2 slices of bread, big pieces on there, I think it is just a waste of money in that one. The little Dijon mustard in there is pretty strong and overpowering. You get a lot. I probably put a bit too much on for the size of the sandwich, but I can kind of get the essence of it. There's nothing spectacularly special about all of these whatsoever. The fact you got to buy your own bread as well just puzzles me. I thought you might actually get 2 lots of sandwiches out of it, so you might be enough to do 2 people, but ultimately, if you're gonna buy one of these, for a averagely filled sandwich, you have to buy 2 lots if you want to share a meal, add extra bits to it, add the bread, you're starting to rack up a 10 quid here for a couple of sandwiches, and that, I think, is just what makes these an absolute waste of time. The ham and cheese sandwich, it's nice enough. This one's gonna get a 6 out of 10. But, and this is a big but, the whole concept of it just baffles me. I get it that some people might say that you can get, you know, say you're having to buy a load of salt beef or a load of ham on its own, that could go off, or a big block of cheese, etc. But you can actually buy those things, and those things can be quite easily frozen if you're kind of living on your own or you don't want to eat too much of it at once. I get that, and I get that, you know, you might want to buy a kit and it might be a bit of a novelty, but start adding in the bread, because you'd really have to buy a loaf of bread. That bread's going to get wasted if you're working on the same principle as well. You're not going to particularly finish that all off. So you're kind of fighting a bit of a couple of battles here. I think you're better off going to the deli counter, asking for a couple of slices, you know, somewhere like Morrison's, asking for a couple of slices of the meat you want, some real big thick slices of cheese, and then ultimately, you know, using that with some normal bread that you got at home. Folks, as a concept, I don't like it. I think it's a bit poor. I think it's just another way to try and make as much money as possible by whacking a Tesco Finest label on there. So for me, these are a no-go, and I'm going to give the whole idea and the concept a 1 out of 10. That'll do for this one, folks. We'll see you on to it next.